have you been? Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
Hello, my name is Alison.
Philippa has a glamorous offering for Alison. It's a heck of a rock.
It's big, it's juicy, and it's going to require me to dig really deep.
Crikey, this is going to be good.
Philippa, it is an absolute pleasure to meet you today. You have brought to my table a most beautiful, large, single stone diamond. What can you tell me about it?
Well, there is a history behind this diamond. My grandfather was a big gambler back in his day, and instead of winning money, he used to win a lot of jewellery. One particular time, he won 4 diamonds this size, 4 of these rings, and myself and my 3 siblings each got one. And there was a larger one as well, which my mum had. And I'm the only one who still is in possession of their diamond. So,
Really?
yes, but it's time now to possibly let it go.
And do you wear it?
Very rarely. Probably once a year I might wear it to a family occasion, but not enough.
Well, I'm going to have a look at the stone, because with diamonds, it's the cut, the clarity, the colour. All of these things are terribly important with the diamond. Mm-hmm. And for big money, you need to have all of those working together well.
Yes.
So as I look at it, I can't see any carbon, so I know I've got a nice clean stone. But also, it does draw a bit of colour. It's got a faint yellow to it. And it fluoresces a little, which means the facets don't play as brightly as they might.
Right.
It may well be a silver cape, which will have been from one of the South African mines.
Right.
And quite often from the silver cape stones you do get a show of colour, but very clean stones. The setting, I can't fully read the hallmark actually. Do you know what it's?
It is platinum.
It's platinum. Right, well. Money.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll give it a go. That's 1,000.
Right.
2,000. 3,000.
Sorry, have you stopped?
I've walked in to kind of stop the agony. 10 to 12,000, 10 to 13,000.
Well, I don't see that at 10,000, I'm afraid to say, nor near.
It's clean, it's beautiful, it's desirable, and it's a £30,000 retail ring. We want a nice private person who wants to buy a quality clean stone that doesn't want to go to a well-known jeweller and pay, I would think, in excess to 25,000. So there's a bargain to be got here for someone, but they need to pay up for it.
Well, I don't see it at 10.
Okay.
I don't see it at 9.
Okay.
7 to 8 was where I saw that.
Okay. I'll take it to auction.
You don't want 8?
No.
Okay. I do agree with David, you want private buyers. And the way to do that is to try it at auction.
I'll take it to auction.
Auction it is then.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
really sorry about that.
That's okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
Diamond ring. It slipped through my fingers.
It's very tempting, but it's not what I want, and I can't let it go for less. It would hurt too much.
Over in the cell room, some bad news has reached David. Detailed analysis of the ring has revealed an unexpected problem.
The auctioneer has had a specialist in. The colour of this stone has been reassessed, and now the auctioneer is saying £5,000 to £7,000. What did you think it was worth Did you think it was worth?
I came in on the day thinking it was worth 5,000.
It's now at £5,000 reserve. Are you happy with that?
I am, yes.
Because you don't have to sell it. On this special occasion, the auctioneer has said to me, I'm quite happy to take no commission should we sell this at 5,000 or more.
That's very good. It's very kind.
Okay, so everyone's still smiling. Is he going to sell? Well, let's find out. It's coming up over there.
Lot number 90, the diamond ring, Solitaire. Lovely thing here. What may we say for this one, ladies and gentlemen? I've got £4,000 bid for it straight away with the auctioneer at 4,000, 4-1, 4-1, 4-2 is the now.
We're at £4,100.
At 4-1, 4-2, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 4-4, 4-5, 4-6, 4-7, 4-8, 4-9, 5,000. 5,000 your bid. At 5,000 the bid's there. At 5,000. Might go anywhere else. 5,000 bid. At 5,000. Going to be sold. At £5,000 only. All quiet. Your last chance. At 5,000 being sold then.
£5,000 in the room. Brought a smile to your face. Brought a smile to my face. What are you going to do with the £5,000?
We're off to Mexico.
Hey, 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 hey! Mexico. Okay. Real deal. Oh, that hot food. £5,000.
Everyone's heading for the sun today. Earlier,
So, right on,
Rodney
Michael,
was
pleased
planning a
to meet
trip
you.
to
Pleased
Rio,
to meet you.
and now Philippa's heading for Mexico with her £5,000. For our next deal, Ian is meeting David Hayton.
Nice to meet you.
He has a small watch with a big name.
I brought in a Rolex wristwatch that's from the middle of the First World War, and I'm hoping to get between £300 and £400 for it.
It's a Rolex. This is the name that rings the bells.
Ding dong, let's get dealing.
Well, you brought something in I really like today, a wristwatch.
Yes, I've had it about 12 years. An old lady gave it to me for helping. She was a friend of my wife's and I helped her out.
Well, it's particularly nice, I must say. It's unusual because it's like a hunter type
Yes, it is, yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Flicks open there, you press the button there and it flicks open. And the dial's very military looking, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is,
Black
yeah.
dial.
Yes.
And of course we've got a screw back here. Let's just open it up and let's have a look inside. Well, it's silver. Nice movement. Ticking away. It hasn't been messed about with too much. All the screw heads are quite nice. It's very early, 1916.
In 1916, is it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's very early for a Rolex
Yeah.
because they only started at the beginning of the 20th
Yeah.
century. You know,
Yes,
the
I know
company.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And on the back here it says the case maker W&D and Rolex Swiss stamped 925, which is the same equivalent as English silver. I'll just tell you the few little faults with this watch. It's not got the original winder on it here. It would have had the Rolex mark on it.
Oh, right. It
Crown
would
on
have been marked on the end, would it?
on the crown, on the winding crown
Yeah,
here.
right,
Yeah.
right.
And then I see it's had a little soldering repair on one of the lugs. The wrong hand is on the minute hand here.
Yes, right.
And this is your second hand here,
Yeah,
the little
yeah,
aperture there.
yeah.
And that's all complete. So all in all, I really like the condition of it. Shall I get the door shut?
Well, it would be very nice if you would.
Have I got enough here?
Oh, I like the colour.
Well, you aren't going to take £100 for it, are you? No, I knew that. It was just the openers.
Right.
150. £200 any good? For an old watch here that you found in a box?
No, it's not. 200 is not enough.
2.5.
No, it's worth more than that.
300. £300. Am I warming up?
You're getting warmer.
Good. 320.
No.
The maestro's over there.
Could have some advice off him then.
TikTok, he likes a nice watch.
I do.
Rolex, right up his street. There are some small faults with this,
Yes,
we know.
yeah.
£300 to £500. I think if you got $350 for this, that's quite a fair market price because the work will be expensive.
Thank you.
Well, Ian, I'm going to take that 20 away and I'm going to say 350. Does that sound good or what?
It sounds not bad.
You're a lad, you are.
If you give me another 20, I would take it.
I'll do that, I like it. Rolex watch for another 20. We had a deal, have we?
Yeah, we've got a deal.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much, Ian.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
for bringing it in.
Thank you. I'm really pleased to have sat down with David, and I'm very, very pleased with the amount of money that I'm taking home.
It wants a few bob spending on it, but it will be a very easy seller.
You're not winding us up now, are you?
I look at all of this and I wonder who's collected it all up.
It's all belonged to my mother-in-law. When we were clearing a house out last year, we found it all It's not something that appeals to me, so I'm not sort of a sparkly, shiny girl person, so...
Well, going through it, basically, we've got what looks like a huge diamond.
Yes.
And it's not.
No.
No.
It would be nice if it was.
It would have been a winner if it was. And we've got porcelain, we've got glass, we've got plate, we've got a huge collection of cufflinks, we've got strawberry, all sorts, and we've got the usual beads.
Yep.
But I have gone through it and I did find 2 bits.
Okay.
Because you've got 2 bits here that aren't a costume.
Oh, right, okay.
These, which are a kind of green nephrite or jasper.
Yeah.
They're not jade, they're a kind of 1940s green stone, but they are set in gold.
Right.
So you've got those, and you've got another pair.
Okay.
And these are gold as well.
Oh, right, okay.
Are you surprised?
Yes, I did have my suspicions about those.
And it just shows you can't disregard anything.
No.
Every drawer, every box, go through carefully.
Oh, yes,
Get somebody to have a look at
Even
it.
if you don't think it's anything.
Exactly.
Get
Because they
someone
don't
to
look
check
like
it.
anything.
No, they don't.
They don't look any different. And somebody's put
No.
these in a box and thrown those in with the beads.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put some money on the table. Right, I'm going to do 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160.
Okay. I think the figure that I had in mind has changed now with you saying about those, so I think there's more in there.
I'm being really quite fair.
Okay.
So I am going to put 180 down. You always know when I'm getting near the end,
Yeah.
the tenner comes
The
out.
tenors come out.
190. And I think that's a really fair offer.
Can we squeeze another 10?
I think we can squeeze another 5, actually. I mean, I think that is 5 more than I intended, so you're already at my top.
Okay, I think that's fair. I'll deal on that, thank you.
So we have a deal.
We have a deal. Thank you. I think it went fantastically. I didn't realise there was gold in there. I was expecting sort of £50 and I've actually walked away with 195, which is fantastic.
We can guess what you've got to say, Corrie.
Never throw anything away. Bring it and show it to us first.
Good advice. A bronze beauty has walked onto Hoggy's table. Her owner Keith thinks he's come to the right man.
Well, I'm glad Michael's the dealer, because I'm sure he'll appreciate a naked lady.
Whatever could have given you that idea?
I like naked ladies.
Oh, Hoggy.
Thanks for coming in with your nice Joseph Lorenzo bronze.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, let's look at the little beauty, because she is a beauty, isn't she?
She's very nice.
She would have had like a gilded or a silvered effect on her, which with age has taken a few rubs where people have gone, oh, look, she's nicer.
Yep.
Bad thing to do with bronzes, but it does happen. It has happened over time.
Yeah, she's not been over-cleaned.
No. And this nice sort of teardrop base, which is walnut, and then you've got more gilding round here. This is metal as well.
We always assumed it was a clock, but I've never known it to have the clock on. I think my sister disposed of it because it stopped working some years ago.
And on the bottom here, we've got the Lorenzo, the artist,
correct,
really.
yes.
So Joseph Lorenzo, Austrian, and epitomises the Art Deco bronzes. Him and Chaparaz were the two kings of this particular style of the partly clad female or even the naked female. He died in 1950.
Yeah.
So 1892, 1950. He was very prolific. Lots of different sizes. Some are this big, some are that big, and some are this big.
Yeah.
This is the smaller version. I can't help thinking if a clock went there, it would sort of cover it up a bit. So I'm thinking a little petite fan, or maybe something a little bit bigger to cover up her dignity.
Yeah, and could that be replaced, would you think?
I think you could definitely replace it. Yeah, you'd have to replace it. The reason you'd have to replace it is because so many of these collectors are top-end fussy. It's a really nice item. So it's down to the money now, really, isn't it? In its present condition, I'd happily pay you 100, 150, 200 pounds, I'll give you.
No, I'm pretty certain it's worth more than that.
Even
quite a bit more.
With the extra work what needs doing on it?
I think if it was restored and it was complete, I think it'd be worth a lot of money. But even as it stands now, I think it's considerably more than that. It's a very, very nice statue.
Do you know what? I'll go 250, but I think that's pushing me up there because I do feel like I've got money to spend. So here comes David, just when you need him.
Right.
A bit stuck on this one, David.
Well, it is Lorenzo. We know that. We see the signature. The image is pure Art Deco. We have a variety of estimations. They start as low at 300 and they go up to 450. We have a slight problem in as much as where those two holes are, one small part is missing. To make that in saleable condition, that will have to be put back, or a restorer will have to produce exactly that item to put it back.
I agree, I've said that.
Otherwise, it becomes unsaleable, in my opinion. What's on the table?
250.
I think that's a bit low, but I will say this. If you had to restore that, you might look at a restorer that'll want 100 or 150 quid to do a small part.
Yeah.
If this was perfect, I think you'd probably be looking at £600 or £800 or something like that. So I think there is potential if it goes to the right Art Deco specialist restorer, because a little bit of money spent could make that something interesting.
Well, that's all good comments, isn't it?
It is, yeah. The figure I was hoping to get would be 400.
I'll try and sway you.
Okay, let's see how far we
And this
can
is
go.
all I can do, really, to be honest with you, because we've all got to make a living out of it. 300, 320. And I'm sticking there, and that's where I'm done.
If we went to 350, we'd have a deal.
I can't do 350, I promise you.
Well, let's just chink a little bit. 340.
Let's tinker a little bit.
340.
330 and we'll deal.
330 we'll deal.
330 we'll deal. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, we'll deal at that.
Thank you very much.
Okay, mate.
I'm very pleased to own that.
Okay. I'd like a little bit more, but I think the restoration costs are quite high, and we've got the money for a cruise.
I'm very pleased to own that Lorenzo. I think it's one of the nicest items I bought on the Real Deal. I should make a little profit out of that.